Good morning, or whatever time it is where you are. I got Home Designer Suite 2019 open. Drew a simple little box. It's all I often do for demonstrations. Now I'm going to select the railing. There's walls and there's railings. Use a railing. I'm going to draw one railing. And of course, this is just a generic type railing. Let's take a look at it. Oops, wrong camera. Sorry. Bid it again. Okay, there it is. That's what the railing looks like presently. So what we're going to do is take this and reprogram it. I'm going to go over to Rail Style. It's the railing specification dialog. And what I want is panels. I know it's not exactly what you want, but it's a starting point. You program a wall for a railing wall for panels. And then you go to Newels and Balusters tab. And you go down to the panels part of the dialog. By the way, everything in this software is done via, excuse me, a dialog box. So I'm going to go over to the libraries. This is just the generic, but it's pre-programmed for. You go to the library to get more choices. And we'll go to the fences and railings under architectural. And there's a category called glass. There's 4 choices there. Let me make this a little bit larger. There we go. So you got plain glass, and this, and this, and this. Now you said glass. You didn't say what kind of glass. So I'm going to select glass panel for this wall. You can see it's got a glass panel and it's got a bottom rail and a top rail. So there might be such a railing, but I doubt it. That there's many that look exactly like that. So I want the newels not be square, but round. See, there's a drop down there. See, now they're round, but they're kind of big and puffy. So I'm going to make them like, metal tube and make it 1.5 inches, like that. Of course, now these rails are big and clunky and much, they're more suited for wooden rails. So I'm going to go to, excuse me, where is that? Yeah, it's a little bit not quite 5 o'clock here, so I'm still having my first half cup of coffee. Where is the rails tab? Looking for it. It's not rail. In most home designer software, there's a rails tab, the more expensive ones. And I thought I did this earlier when I was practicing. I didn't practice enough. Well, let's go to post. No, I think that's all right. I want to make the rails smaller. So what could I do? Nothing there, nothing there. Oh, the thickness. I think I'll make this thickness 1.5. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, okay. That made the rail skinnier. And we made the newels round. That's about it. There's a 1.5 inch thick railing wall. Now I'm going to copy that and copy it yet again. And this time I'm going to put the copy out here in space and then rotate it. This is just so I don't have to draw all 3 walls and then one at a time reprogram them. Now put that in place, connect the walls. Now auto build roofs is on, so, or maybe I turned it off. I don't remember. We'll name this balcony and go to the structure tab and make sure that there's no roof over the room and no, if you want a roof, you leave that checked. Go back to it. And there's your glass. Now, if you want the glass to show up a little bit more, I'm not sure the suite will do this, but I'm going to use this material adjustment tool or tricolor tool and see what can be done. Whatever changes you can make to the material would be made here. Let's go instead of a color, let's go to a texture and go to, it wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting the library browser to open. Never mind. We'll select, by the way, I put it back on color, select color, and we'll make it kind of a tinted glass looking appearance. See, that makes it a little bit more visible. And I can make that a little bit more visible. This makes the glass a little bit more apparent. And everything you do in this software is done through a dialog box. Open the balcony and usually balconies and decks are slightly lower than the house, so I'm going to uncheck the default here and lower the floor 3 inches. And we'll put a door in there. And this is just a test, you know, a show and tell kind of a thing. I don't want it that wide. Let's see. I said I wanted 60 inches wide. Using a dialog box is usually more precise than just dragging stuff around, as you'll find out. Now, I don't want that kind of door. I want a glass door. So we'll go over here to glass panel in this drop down. And there's your balcony with slightly lower than the house for drainage purposes and glass doors opening onto it. So that should get you started on your way. And also just to introduce you to that, this software operates mechanically from settings and dialog boxes, and also default settings, edit default settings. Now, this is not real germane to your specific question, but when you want to get really good with the software, you learn how to preset these settings and what they mean, and saves you a lot of time when you're not guessing and trial and error going along when we're working. Anyway, I hope this helps you. It should. It will get you pointed in the right direction, and you can get something closer to what you actually want. Okay? Thanks for watching. I'm going to go get some more coffee.